just wanted to know how you were going to balance efficiency with ethics on your farm.
Yes, that's a very good question. And let's talk about that. I talked about the triple bottom line for my family is on the ranch, and then what I believe we should also have as consumers. And I talked about efficiencies. Efficiencies and ethics are not mutually exclusive in food production, and should not be. As I said, one of the points about what we as consumers should be able to demand is that responsible production from people that produce our food. However, what we should also be able to demand is that we have the openness and ability to choose and add to that food continuum. So when all data points to that we're going to need about 70% more food in 50 years than we produce today. And to do that, the only way we can do that is either go and plow a whole bunch of more of the planet up, which I don't think a lot of people want to do, or get more efficient. And I believe that we can get more efficient and through research and seed varieties and animal, genetics, animals that eat grass and convert it to meat better than others. And then also through feeding systems, transportation systems, all of that stuff. We as consumers, or you as consumers, absolutely have the right to ask for that question about, are you raising my food responsibly? And I believe that that's important. And like I said, it's not separate from being efficient. Because in my vernacular, you can't be efficient if it doesn't include those triple bottom lines, if it doesn't include animal care, if it doesn't include society, ecology, and economics, then it's not sustainable. And we want a sustainable system for. I tell my friends from the city sometimes. I tell them, when the, you guys are probably, some of you too young, but when the millennium thing was going to have 2000 and all the computers are going to crash and people are going to, and a lot of them know that, we ranch and everything else, and they go, oh, we're kind of worried, and where's your ranch? Can we come to it? I tell them 17 miles north of Joseph City on Porter Avenue. There it is. Come on up. But if that little Y2K meltdown happens, you're kind of screwed. Me, I'm okay, because I can skin a buck deer and run a trout line. So, I'll survive. But you know what? I want to do that for you, too. So, but I can only continue to do that if I'm meeting your nutritional needs, but also your ethical needs, or you're not going to buy my product.
You produce a lot of the stuff you produce, and so there must be a lot of byproducts. Where do all those go?
Can we just go down the line? Yeah. My byproducts are mainly cattle manure. My cattle manure, in my Casa Grande operation, that goes directly onto my 1,000-acre farm. We don't have to bring any manure off of our property. We use it all as fertilizer. In Mesa, we don't have farmland. We just have 120 acres for our cows. That actually goes to neighboring farmers, sometimes as far away as Safford, where a lot of it goes onto cotton ground up there. But also there is on alfalfa ground around us in Mesa and Queen Creek.
There are the amazing thing about, as I said, the bovine, the cow, the beef animal, is most species of farm animals, how much of it you can use. The byproducts of our production are very similar to what Jim just said, which is primarily organic nutrients in the form of manure. But from the animal itself and the harvest of it, there are medicinals. There are furniture products. There are all the things, the gelatins, if you can, you have to really work at staying away from a beef animal if that's what you want to do. And people that do want to, probably can tell you so, because, you know, whether it's a leather product in your shoes, whether it's sutures in the store, whether it's gelatin in makeup, and gelatins in foods, it is the byproducts of the beef animal or touch us in a lot of different ways every day.
You know, for our waste, all of our waste is contained in anaerobic digestion lagoons. We recycle all of our water. We reuse our water, and our lagoons are designed for a 20-year life. And after the 20-year life, the water is evaporated off or pulled off. The solids are dried and used for fertilizer. For the pig, actually, there's a website, you can go to porkboard.org, and there's a quick facts, and it's 120 pages of quick facts, and in there, they'll tell you everything that's done with the pig except the oink. That's the only thing they don't use.
You know, again, but, you know, everyone else always touched on it, but, you know, you can't be efficient without being effective. And one of the things that we as a family and as a business are striving to do is try to be kind of a zero discharge. And I don't mean water running off or anything, but I mean zero discharge, because a waste stream costs you money to get rid of. Byproduct, it makes you money. So whether we're talking about our recycling program or how we handle our imperfect eggs or all those kind of things, we try to make sure that nothing actually leaves the farm in terms of a waste product. We're trying to eliminate a dumpster. So that's kind of our goal, and we make a lot of little things out of that stuff. So
I think another fact on waste that I don't think a lot of people know, I grew up in the Midwest where you get a little bit more rain than they do out here, but they get some big rainstorms. And for agricultural enterprises, we are mandated to have zero discharge. We have to contain all waste, including what they would call a 100-year, 24-hour rainstorm. Probably most of you weren't aware that your municipal waste system, where your waste goes into, are allowed to discharge into streams during a 100-year event. So it's just, we kind of get accused of a lot of pollution. We're actually allowed zero discharge.
Is there a way people, like kids and teens, could come to your farms or your ranches to come take a tour to like learn more about what you guys do and how you do it?
Yes. I host tours quite often, usually through school groups or church groups who contact me. We do have two dairy farms in Arizona that are open to the public almost every day, which is Superstition Farm, which is in East Mesa, a neighbor of mine, which they have a whole series of things you can see in the farm, and then Shamrock Farms down in Stanfield, which is Shamrock's dairy. It's a large dairy, 9,000 cows, is available. But if you're part of a group, and I would suggest contacting a dairy farm near you, and you'd be surprised at how willing many people are to let you in.
And you can call any of the organizations like the Arizona Farm Bureau, and we can set you up with tours with our education programs that we provide. So there's a lot of ways, especially if you have a group, just give us a call. The other organizations, I think UDA probably does that. Or there's other opportunities, but even if you want to work it through, because then we can connect with the farmers for you, get something set up and put together a whole tour.
Did you want to respond, Bass?
Yeah, you can go to, I'll give you two websites. One is arizonabeef.org, all spelled out, and contact us through that. We do, Julie, and we all do tours, different places, ranches and stuff, and we work with that. We try to get a group to do it, rather than 2 or 3 people, but we can get, 25, 30 people interested, whether they're adults, seniors, children, classes, whatever. Also, from a nutrition and a production aspect, another website is explorebeef.com and org, okay, explorebeef.org, and You can get lots of information there, and you can contact us through either of those.